All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, to the Bayash Debadat, the house of David. This is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp. I am Ayash Tab. All right, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, with the lesson. Abarataza, it is edifying. It's going to be called 2/3 shame. All right. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Can you pull the book of Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 23?
Say 23.
God.
This book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 23, says, "Give ye ear and hear my voice, hearken and hear my speech."
Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is calling out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? If your father's seed goes back to those so-called, your so-called bywords, all right? So-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You are the children of Israel. All right? In this lesson, you will find out through the Spirit as well and through scriptures that 2/3 of our own people will perish and die. But we'll go ahead and get to that in momentarily. Book of Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13 and 14.
I just want to add that, the Most High is not doing this for he's not sending out his messenger for no reason.
God.
There's a purpose for all of this. This is Isaiah 29 and 13. It says, "Wherefore the Lord said, for as much this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me."
Because you Christians, you claim to know God, who you call God, who you call Jesus, or who you call Jehovah. All right? And that's not even the names. All right? You care not to seek out the true names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? To understand what their laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? It says, call upon my name. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, roughly paraphrasing scripture, says, call upon my name. All right? But you just take everything for face value. Okay? Because you're fucking lazy. All right? You care not. You praise him with your lips, but your mind, your heart is far from him.
They're content and most of the 2/3 is complacent with where they're at. They're cool with praising Jesus and not caring to learn the real extent of it. The mysteries of it.
You just take everything. You have the same same nation that put you in slavery teaching you the Bible. All right? You have an oppressor teaching you something, let alone you're already indoctrinated into their whole society. You have fucking segregation, all right? They ended segregation so you can be indoctrinated. Even more so. Because if you go back in the statistics of segregation, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were doing better. And you were better off.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of man.
The fear that you have for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is taught by fucking devils. All right? So you have no fear. You fear that devil more than you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You care about his laws, statutes, and commandments and cares who can, roughly paraphrase in scripture, you care for who can destroy the body.
Right. And not the soul.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, I will destroy body and soul. fear ye me. You got a precept again?
No.
Okay.
Just one. No, this word in the blue letter is different. I was just looking into that word precept because it says, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men, and that's the commandment of man.
God.
So it's not it's not of the Most High.
And that's like it. The commandment of men is the laws. Is the man-made laws. All right? That you, once again, an example. Perfect example. All right? You can, your wife can divorce you. All right? There's allowed to be marriages of the same gender. All right? Transformers exist. All right?
When you go into the root word, it says charge, give orders, lay charge, give charge to order.
So no, look, just continue on. Salakia, Zechariah 13.
And then you get to 14.
Salakia.
This is Isaiah 29:14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
So all the wise men, all right, of the 2/3 Esau, Edom, all right, because you follow after your father, the devil, all right, all the wise men will fail. Their laws, statutes, all right, their what is the other word I'm looking for? Their laws basically will fail. All right? All that is unrighteous decrees. It all is contrary to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? America is a country that is supposed to be founded off of the Bible. And is contrary and contradicts itself to the Bible. Right. In every which way, shape, and form. All right?
Like for example, Trump, he said that he loves to read the Bible and everything. When you ask him his favorite script, he just said the whole book,
Right.
He was using cop-out. Same with Biden, claimed so much about how much he does, he knows the Bible and everything, and then goes out and tells kids they could be transformers,
God.
They're hypocrites.
God.
Says Zechariah 13.
Yeah, 13:8.
Zechariah 13:8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
2 parts shall be cut off there and die. All right? And that's the point. 2/3 of our own people will be cut off and die. All right? Through pestilence, through famine. All right? Through thermonuclear fire. The ICBM missiles that are going to hit this land, America. All right? 2/3 will be cut off and die for their disobedience, for following after Esau, Edom. Book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12 and 14. 12 through 14, Salakia.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon.
Because you love your oppressor. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai said, envy not thy oppressor. All right, but you love this place, America. It's done so much for you. I mean, it made your women, our women of our nation, absolute hoes. All right? As a man, you get your children taken away from you. You have no power, no substance. You have nothing. But you love this place. There's nothing like it. Matter of fact, you want to be more of an American. Man, fuck off.
All right, verse 13, it says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Con. Suddenly, all right, when you lean upon, when you go down unto Egypt for help, when you lean upon this system, all right, you believe in this system so much and have so much pride to be an American, all right, and that America can never do anything wrong. All right, you will understand. It will be a breach. All right, it's a fallen branch. All right, this place will be cut down, and 2/3 of our own nation are going to fall under that.
Press that real quick.
Go on.
This is Revelation chapter 18. And I'm going to start at 3. Just read down to 4. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundancies of her delicacies. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Now, that's a fair warning.
God.
Not to be a part of this this system, or not to go along with what Babylon got going on right now. Because all they got for their future is plagues. Them plagues is the missiles.
God. Coming to a country near you. All right? Coming to a state near you.
A city.
A city near you.
This whole place is going to get lit up.
God. And multiple places around the globe.
Right.
It is a dark day for the world. For the planet. All right?
Let's look this script up real quick. I mean, not the oppressor.
God, I believe it's Proverbs or Job. Let's see if I can get there.
That's Proverbs 3.
God.
Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
God. Envy not thy oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Don't seek to be like him. All right? Because when you seek after your oppressor is about death. Therefore, that's what you are, about death. All right? And you will dwell with death. All right? You will be hand in hand.
Come. Let's go back to Isaiah 30. This is verse 14. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found.
You can stop right there, Salaki. I wanted to stop right there. And he shall not spare. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not going to spare anybody. Anybody who's not obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Salvation is only for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? So these other nations who are on the land, who are on this landmass of America, all right, will be burnt up in thermal nuclear fire.
Oh, and it's only for 1/3 that nation.
Con, you want to let's get Zechariah again. Now we can read it all the way through again.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, Zechariah 13:8 says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein."
The third shall be left therein. All right? That's the elect of the elect.
That's that remnant.
That remnant that remains of Israel. All right? The elect.
Verse 9 says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power."
Con. So 1/3 of our nation is going to make it. Abaratazah, we be those men, and of that number. All right? That are going to see salvation. All right? Go to 2nd Esdras 15:4 for me.
Second Esdras 15 and verse 4, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness."
God, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, not adhering to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, not hearkening and seeking out Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? You get a special gift for you. All right? It's tailor-made for the 2/3. All right? Baba Kushak, you pull Revelations 21:18.
I'm going to grab this before that.
Go.
Make sure it's the right one. Come and just I'm gonna pull that later. Let's say 21 and
21:18.
This is Revelations 21:18. It says, "And the building." So, "And the building of the wall of it was of jasper."
Slakia.
It's 20:18.
20:18. I put 21.
No.
Hold on.
It's not.
Salakia.
What you know what script it is? Like what are you thinking of?
Salakia is slipping my mind right now. It's slipping my mind right now. Salakia. Salakia, we just have to drop that because it's not coming back right now. Alright.
But I'll just read this again. This is Second Esdras.
I said Khan.
Second Esdras 15 and verse 4. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." You know.
God. Hey, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Because of their disbelief, and then I got a precept for that. This is 2 Chronicles 36.
I got it. It's 21:8.
21:8.
God. The water Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Verse 8. Revelation 21:8 says, "But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers, and idolaters, and liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Gone. So you shall die. That's that special gift that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has for you. By that thermonuclear fire. The mix of multitudes of fire. Alright? You have the thermonuclear fire that is going to burn the very element, and then you're going to have fires before that and all kinds of chemicals and everything. It's going to be like a fire that's never before. Alright? It's a special gift tailor-made for 2/3 and for the heathens that are on here on the land of America. Alright?
Okay.
And Salaki, you can go ahead and pull your prayer.
Second Chronicles 36 and 15, it says, "And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of God Yahweh, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy."
God. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is tired of you 2/3. Alright? Is tired of 2/3 of Israel and these other heathen nations. Alright? Just like he's tired of those other nations, he gets tired of the 2/3 and their wickedness. Because they're supposed to follow after his way and be in order and teach others to be in order. We are a nation of kings and priests, thus saith the Bible. Alright? And then Daniel 12, 2 and 3. And then go ahead and close out after that.
You said Daniel 12?
Yeah.
Daniel 12 and 2, it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
So 2/3 of us, of our own nation, all right, 2/3 of our own nation, our people, all right, are going to wake up to everlasting shame and contempt. All right, be sorrowful that they didn't hearken unto the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And then the 1/3 will shine as the firmament and the stars. Abaratazah would be amongst that number. All right. I don't have anything else. You got anything?
This is a Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, in verse 10. It says, actually, I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, "They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord."
Hey, 2/3, all right? You will live in your shame, all right?
It says, "For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labor is unfruitful, and their works unprofitable."
Matter of fact, just for one more time, go to Daniel 12 and 2.
Daniel 12 and 2, it says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever."
All right. So, hey,
That's the brothers out there, and the prophets, turning you to the light. With his word.
That's for you who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. All right? 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right? But with that, all right? With that, I'm going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, to the Bayashadabadat, the house of David. Till the next time, this is Men of Valor. Shalom, wa abal babal.